Ladies, are you tired of being overlooked by men? Are you tired of it? And when I say tired of it, I mean you are sick and tired of being jealous of other women because you feel inferior to them. You're tired of all of these things. You just want to feel good about yourself, okay? You want to have that approach from that person who is not a waste of space, who is not a loser. You want that for yourself. You're ready for that at this point in your life. Are you ready for that? Then you have to start with yourself. You have to start with you and you have to make a change. Thumbs up this video right now, thumbs up, and let's get into the topic. Now, being approached has to stem with a physical attraction, okay? Because men are very much into attraction and they have to like the look of you before they come over, honey. So guess what? Your look, if you want to stop being overlooked by men, you have to improve your look. So you have to look at your look as a critic and you have to really delve into it and think about what you're doing. Now, let's pause right there, because some people will say, okay, well, they might equate not being overlooked and being attractive to men with perfection. You don't have to look like perfection, but you have to improve yourself with how you look now. And it's going to be a constant, consistent thing. I'm still doing it, I'm still working on myself. It's going to be something that I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life. It's never going to kind of end. And I'm very happy with that because I've chosen the kind of woman who I want to be. And it's the kind of woman who puts effort in. And even if I don't look the best, I might not look better than every other woman on the planet. I might not look perfect. I mean, like my hair doesn't look perfect and everything, but I'm doing me. Okay, I'm doing me. I'm still putting my best foot forward in the capacity that I can. And I'm doing enough to get what I need. And that is a healthy balance, I think, without it consuming you about looking perfect. Because that can be a very fine line between, stress of getting ready and putting your best foot forward and actually enjoying it. So first of all, you decide that you want to be the kind of woman who puts her best foot forward, but you take the pressure off by not striving to be immaculate. You don't have to be immaculate, you just don't. But you have to look good and you have to look better than you do right now, clearly. That's why you clicked on the video. So let's say you're looking at yourself as a critic and you think to yourself, I hate this, and this about myself. I want to change it, but I can't. There are certain things that you might feel like you can't change, but you might be able to. So let's say you have a very narrow hips. There are things that you can wear to enhance curves, such as peplum tops, and trying to wear something that gives you more shape. There are dresses and skirts that have more of a bubble pocket effect, and they can, or like a sharp effect, like a pencil skirt. So if you look more into like 50s and 40s skirts, then you'll be able to find something that will give you some more shape. So I would suggest that. You may think, I'm way too overweight, no man is going to want me like this, that's the reason why I'm overlooked. Well, the positive thing about being overweight is that you can lose it. It's not a bone that can't be changed without surgery. It's weight. So as long as you change your eating habits, you will lose weight. And that's that. Okay, so that's something you can do. If it's a surgery and you feel like, you know what, I absolutely hate my life like this, like somebody I know, she recently got a mole that she had at the end of her nose. She got that removed and she had to have a couple of stitches, and to her it makes a big difference. Okay, So I would recommend surgery or cosmetic surgery like that if you feel like it's really going to improve your mood when you look at yourself and improve the confidence you have in thinking that you can obtain the look that you want. I would say do it, okay? Do whatever you feel is safe and that you feel would make a drastic change to how you look. I am somebody who believes in trial and error, and I think that you should go out into the world today and you should do what you think looks, I mean, if you're wanting a conservative man, then you need to dress conservatively. If you are, that means conservative hair, makeup, outfits, heels, everything has to be conservative. If you want to do that, then you should go out into the world today and see what happens. You just trial it out and see what comes back. See what happens. See what looks you get. See if you get the looks from the kinds of men who you want the looks from. See if you get approaches. Who is watching you? Who's noticing? Who is approaching you? Who doesn't? Does anybody even notice you? Is it only women looking, not men? So you need to really think about what's going on. You have to read the room. Long story short, you need to read the room, girl. And then you will know who it's attracting, who your look is attracting, who it's appealing to. So that's something that's very important. But also, if you are going to places that, you know, maybe are not on the higher end and you're dressed in a higher end way, then you probably won't get any approaches either. So you have to make sure that you're going to, you know, nice locations, nice areas, and testing this out there. You're not going to test it, you know, okay? So you should bring yourselves when you're going out and you're doing the trial and error. Women can underestimate the power of their eyebrows and overlining their lips. And I'm going to say this for myself because I will find you a picture and I will put it right here, and you're going to see my eyebrows looking all wrong, okay, looking like rectangles. Slim rectangles on my face, and you know, with the harsh, I'll be honest, a lot of my change in, I feel like the way that I do my makeup has stemmed literally from my brows and overlining my lips. That has made a huge difference to my look and made me feel much more confident with it, and it gets me more attention. I think because of my confidence and because the makeup just looks better because, you know, the way that I do it. So don't underestimate the power of makeup. Obviously, naturally, we go on to style because style is a huge part of the way you look. So you've got to really tailor what you're wearing, but at the same time, you still have to be yourself in terms of having some kind of, you know, style that is yours. But what I'm trying to say in a very bad way, let me get my words together, is that when you're trying to appeal to a certain demographic, you have to look like what they are used to seeing in a good way and not stand out in a bad way, because otherwise that could be a deterrent. So if you want to be approached by a particular, you know, type of men, then you have to dress more like what they are more likely to be seen out in public with. And the Instagram models and all of that stuff, where maybe you're getting your inspiration from, that's not how things go out. If you're dating a barrister, it's not going to happen unless he's just literally renting the hotel room and just taking you in there, but he's not going to be wanting to go anywhere with you because they're going to be conservative. But if you're dating somebody older, it's going to be embarrassing if, you know, you're dressing like you're going to a club when you're going out for dinner. Watch my story time when my chest was bouncing on the table and I did not get the dress code assignment. And you can really understand, especially from that story time, that the dress code, it it plays a big part. It really does. The first thing somebody's seeing what they're looking at you, which is how you look. So you definitely want to make sure that you get that down packed. Okay, so for instance, right now I'm literally wearing this girl sleeveless turtleneck, and I'm also wearing a long midi, well, really mid-axi length knit skirt, and it has a bit of a slit in it at the side. It is autumn now, so you could wear that with a pair of heeled boots and maybe like a boucle jacket. That is something like a long trench or something. That's something that's going to be classic. Everybody is going to be, you know, used to seeing those pieces, and it's just an elegant way, feminine way to style yourself that doesn't make you stand out in a bad way. It's actually in a very pleasant way, and you can change it up with your accessories, with your makeup, with your hair. Maybe you want to do bouncy curls, maybe you want to have a sleek you know, straight and sleek. Maybe you want to put your hair into like an Ariana Grande kind of ponytail or something, or half up, half down hair. You know, whatever you want to do, you can do it, and you can play about with it and make the look more your own when you play about with different things, but try to keep the actual items with what people are used to seeing, but you can add a splash of, you know, your personality in there as well. Something that is actually really cute, I ordered this for myself last night, which is a leg garter just for one side. I ordered a black, you know, like a black lace one, and basically going out in the evening, if you're wearing like a nice, you could wear a mini skirt and have the leg garter showing with some heels, and be wearing something conservative up on the top half to balance out the mini skirt. So these are the kind of things that I'm saying, where you can put a splash of your personality in, add that sex appeal, but you're still keeping it on the, you know, what people are used to side, but it's also cute. So that's just an example of something for evening. And yeah, I mean, you can never go wrong with a midi length tailored dress with color, you know, pinks, if you're doing nudes, if you're doing reds, red lip. You can never get, those things are never going to get old. Think of dresses and looks that Marilyn Monroe used to wear, and I'm using her because that's who most of you will know, but there are lots of women, you know, Betty Davis, there were lots of women at that time who used to dress in a conservative way, but they also used to accentuate their curves simultaneously. So it's the balance, and it's a very good balance, it's a very nice balance with a belt, you know, whatever. So I'm just trying to get across that there are ways that you can stop being overlooked, and this is really by enhancing your appearance with your physicalities. We spoke about, you know, features, we spoke about makeup, we spoke about hair, we spoke about clothing choice and style as well, okay? But there are more things that come down to it, because there are lots of people in this world who look like stereotypes. And I saw, now I'm not making this like a racial thing or whatever, but I am just making a point. So I was looking on Instagram this morning, and my feed is just full of Beyonce and some Rihanna splashed in. So I clicked on a picture of Rihanna. I just wanted to see, her makeup and her hair actually. And in that picture, she was with Nicki Minaj. I will try to find that picture actually, and I will put it up here so everybody can see what I'm talking about. So Nicki Minaj looks like a stereotype. She looks like somebody who is going to be acting like a stereotype. That's how she looks. And Rihanna looks like somebody who could be taken anywhere. You know, she looks like the kind of woman who is a bit more sophisticated, well, a lot more sophisticated. And I'm going by judgment, I'm going by what the mass majority of people are going to be thinking. That's what I'm going by. I'm not going by what 2% of the population might be thinking possibly. No, I'm going by what most people are thinking when they are seeing two women who look like that. Okay, there are differences, and you know, one is very stereotypical. Even Nicki Minaj's nails, just, it's giving T-Rex claws, and then Rihanna's look normal and very sexy. Okay, so there's one kind of woman who can only ever be approached by other stereotypes, because she's giving off the every single thing. She's this stereotype, that everything's her stereotype. Her nail, everything's her stereotype. Even her makeup looks stereotypical. And Rihanna, you could imagine, she was even dating that, you know, the Arab billionaire. So you can see the difference of the kinds of men who these women would even be able to be approached by or be overlooked by, just because of how they present themselves to the world. And it's about just trying to make sure that you are the kind of woman who looks like you could be taken anywhere. You can fit in anywhere. You can be taken to the nice places. You can do that. You look sophisticated. You would not be the kind of woman who would be making a judge who wants to take you out to dinner feel uncomfortable. Okay, can you really imagine a judge sitting opposite that at a table? No. On a date? No. But you can imagine Rihanna, you know, you can imagine Beyonce, the queen, okay? You can imagine her sitting opposite a table. You can imagine this, sitting opposite table, okay, from the judge. But you can't imagine that. You can't. You would probably be thinking, okay, they're thinking about, you know, her case, or okay, we're not even going to sugarcoat it, but that might be something that you may be thinking. So it's all about making sure that you're really dressing for who you do not want to be overlooked by. So stand out in a good way, but not in a weird way. Make sure that what you're wearing is, you're going by what clothing do I know is going to be in a shop for women. It would never be in a men's section. That's what I'm going to be going for. So it's skirts, it's dresses, it's, you know, things that accentuate your curves. You want to be going for things that show the womanly form. You don't have to be dressing where you're letting everything hang out, but at the same time, you can still have elements, you know, if you're showing something on the top, then it's got to be more conservative on the bottom, blah blah blah. So you're making sure that you have balance, and you want your walk to be confident, but also your perfume, that can be something that is very striking. So if you're a woman who wants to stop being overlooked, then make sure that you are not overlooking your own scent and your perfume, because that can be a conversation starter. That can be something that can instantaneously make you look more attractive based on your scent alone. So make sure that you're not overlooking that, and get your scent going, play about with your makeup, but you also want to have a pop of your personality in there as well. Ladies, really? I'm going to love you and leave you here, and I'll see you in my next video.